Hello creative friend, welcome to Pages of an Art Journal. This art journal page was created from being a part of an Instagram art challenge held by Instagram account Poetry Family. It's an 8-week challenge where every week has a different theme to inspire you to create something from any photo you choose from within that week's Instagram account. I love creating from visual inspiration, especially when I have an art block. You can pick out and be inspired by just the colors of the photo or even a pattern or the mood, whatever it is that sparks something within you to create from. This week's theme was to choose an image from Instagram account Cake Poetry. They post the most amazing images of beautiful cakes. I know a cake is not something you would ever think of to inspire an art journal page, but you would be surprised. For me, it was the beautiful purple tones as well as the different cake layers, mainly the top textured purple layer. I will have links to learn more about this challenge as well as a link to the photo I chose that inspired this page. So here I'm creating an ombre look going from dark to light with purple tones much like the cake. I am using matte chalk paint, which can be a bit tricky to blend mostly because it dries so quickly. You could add a paint extender to the paint to help with this, but with enough practice, just adding a bit of water to your brush and working quickly is all you really need. Now that the background layer is complete and fully dry, let's start on recreating that beautiful purple textured top layer of the cake. I chose a grit texture paste which gives a nice sandy texture much like in the inspiration photo. Ranger makes amazing texture paste, but what makes them unique is how you are able to color it. A lot of other pastes tend to resist any colored mediums, but Ranger's paste absorbs the color much like paper does. You can also color the paste prior to applying by mixing the color medium right into it, but I find the color gets too muted or diluted when using opaque white paste. I recommend a translucent paste if you prefer to mix the color right into it. To create another layered element on the page, I am using different types of paper. This is tissue collage paper from Tim Holtz. I am using fluid matte medium to glue this down. I find the fluid version works great with thin papers. Because it is quite thin, I am using it as my first layer and I will add heavier papers on top. The next layer is a die cut I created with my Cricut electronic cutting machine. To enhance this layer, I'm going to use the grit texture paste again. I used two different types of inks to color both applications of grit paste. One is a Ranger Distress Oxide Spray, which gives a really interesting effect, and the other is from Dylusions for the color intensity from being a dye-based ink. Die cuts are definitely one of my go-tos in art journaling, whether it be from a metal die cut or one I create with my Cricut machine along with pattern paper. Fussy cutting out images from pattern paper can be somewhat tedious, but can also be relaxing. I personally enjoy fussy cutting. Don't be intimidated to cut up pattern paper. They are meant to be used and enjoyed in whatever way. Okay, Lindy's Moonshadow Mist. This product is amazing, especially this one called Tawny Turquoise. It's a walnut tone ink with a shimmery colored mica in it. This one has turquoise mica and is perfect applied to die cuts like gears to give them a steampunk look. Another way to color die cuts is to emboss them. Because I'm using a dark embossing powder, I painted the die cuts black first. This helps to hide any white bits that may show through areas that the embossing powder doesn't quite cover. This can be done with any color, just try to match the paint color to the embossing powder as closely as possible. I found this stencil on Amazon. It comes in a set of 6 and there are different sets to choose from. They're also quite inexpensive but good quality. To continue with the purple color, I am using Distress Oxide ink in Dusty Concord. Oxide inks are perfect for using through stencils because they do not bleed under the stencil like paint can. This brown tone paper represents what looks like a graham bottom layer of the cake in the photo. I am definitely channeling cake decorating vibes here as I build up different layers and start gluing down all the die cuts and paper elements. Something I learned when gluing down papers over the center seam of an art journal is to actually cut the paper in half. As time goes by, opening and closing the book, these papers can split. Don't throw away the cutoffs of any die cuts or papers that hang over the pages. Some of these are still good and can be used somewhere else in the spread, like you will see me do next, or save them for another project. I like to keep a container for any bits that I think I could use later. Last but not least, splatters. Always a classic finish to an art journal spread. So next time you feel like creating, but you are not sure what to do, try using an image to pull inspiration from or look for challenges to join on Instagram. It doesn't matter what it is, it just needs to speak to you and spark something in you to start creating. You may just be surprised by what you come up with. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy art journaling.